Hey guys, and welcome back to another thrilling episode. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience on the R761 and A2 986 train trip to Warrnambool. Now, this train trip was a glorious train trip. There was only one thing that pulled down this train trip a little bit, and that was the rain. The rain was quite annoying, but other than that, the train trip was pretty good. I really enjoyed myself, and now I'm going to tell you all about the train trip. Show you some videos, some pictures, and all that stuff, what we did in Warrnambool, and it's going to be a great time. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, the first thing we had to do was on Friday, at the end of school, we got everything all packed and headed off to Melbourne. The reason why we went on Friday is because you had to be there decently early in the morning for the train trip. And just to make sure we wouldn't get slowed down by any traffic or anything, we just make sure we'd be there on time, so we just went there on Friday instead of having to rush all the way on Saturday, if that makes any sense. Because on the day when we were going over to Melbourne, we got slowed down by a huge traffic jam, and it was because of roadworks, and because of that, it was at least a solid hour we were stuck there for. I timed it, by the way, in case you're wondering. So also my generally is now 16 studs wide, which is fantastic. So the piece actually arrived last week Tuesday, which was quite surprising. So and I finished the model on Tuesday, so general's all done, and it's ready to be recorded for a brand new video, hopefully coming out this week. So sorry this video is a little late, but it's just because these train videos do take quite a bit of editing and effort to do. So so the first thing we did when we got there is I showed you some pictures of me at the platform with my little R class. But I brought the wrong locomotive, sadly. I brought 711 instead of 761. I knew it would be 761, but I don't know, I just thought, why not bring 711, so it was kind of my fault there. But we got some pretty cool shots of my Lego train next to the real locomotive. And one of the cool things that we had is when we actually got on the train, we had two really nice people in our carriage, which was nice. I won't mention their names just for privacy's sake, but if they do see this video, then hello, and letting you know you were great people to have in the carriage with us. They talked quite a bit, they were really friendly and kind, and of course her son, man, he loved trains. He knew basically everything about trains. It was crazy. Probably knew even more stuff about trains than I do, but overall, it was really good. We had some great people. The train trip was great. It was also a really long train trip as well, which was really nice. I love long train trips because it's just so much fun being on a train, in my opinion. Especially steam locomotives. And 761, that's a beautiful locomotive. So anyways, I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna show you the very first video of 761, and I'll explain the rest of what happens later. See you then. So basically what happened at the start was that A2 986 was at the front and 761 was at the back. So later on in the day, 761 would then later go to the front with A2 986, and that's basically what happens next. So Dad and I actually explored around the carriages and actually found someone from the volunteers of Steam Rail who actually built their own Victorian Railway Lego train mocks, which was really cool. So I had quite a few chats with them, and another chat with this other person, or I think it's also another volunteer, and she was really nice as well, and she really liked my locomotives. I think A296 was her favorite. So if you're seeing this video as well, then hello as well. And you guys were really nice people as well. So Steam Rail, you can meet some really, really nice people on the trains, which is another great thing about train trips, is you can meet some just wonderful people. Much better than the people you would meet in the world, because, yeah, there's a lot of questionable things in the world, but anyways. So yeah, Dad and I went to the back of the train. We actually saw 761 directly at the front window. It was actually really cool. We got a nice close-up shot, and this was while the train was moving, by the way, and it was just great. It looked amazing. And yeah, one of the people commented, imagine seeing this coming at you if you were on the tracks. Yeah, man, that would be a scary sight indeed. So yeah, the next video I'm going to show you is 761 going all the way up to the front. So yeah, please enjoy that video. So after that, 761 and A2 then travelled off all the way to reach Warrnambool, which is the main part of this video. So yeah, so this is a picture of the steam locomotive 761 and A2 at Warrnambool. So when we got to Warrnambool, we got off and we were there for a couple of hours. I reckon it was 4 or 6 hours. I'm pretty sure it was 4 hours. Yeah, it was. And yeah, we got back on the train around 6:30 p.m. So most of that time we went to go visit the museum with all the ships, and man, there was a lot of shipwrecks that happened in the olden days. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was kind of sad, honestly, how many shipwrecks there were. So yeah, there was quite a few interesting history stuff in that museum, all sorts of ships and that. So if you're interested in ships, definitely check out that museum in Warrnambool, because it was definitely pretty cool indeed. And yeah, so we basically just walked around the whole museum, checked out all the ship stuff, the histories of the ships and that, and it was pretty good indeed. We didn't get any souvenirs as far as I can tell. Well, I did get one souvenir, and that was the 7-Eleven magnet, which was on the train with the souvenirs, yeah. So I haven't made a 7-Eleven poster, which is a little confusing to me, but oh well. So basically after that, that was basically the whole thing. We had tea, we went to go fetch some food for ourselves. So Dad, Mum and I all went out to go find some tea. We had lunch, we had some ice cream. It was actually really good. And yeah, it was a grand old time. So yeah, definitely another great train trip out there. So after that, we got back on the train, met up with everyone, and the train sounded its whistle and off it went. It was getting a little dark by that time, but the sun was still decently out. It was just on its way down. So yeah, there's now going to be a video showing you with the beautiful lighting, like it's got pretty nice lighting, and the train going around a bend. So see you then. I actually forgot to say the next video is going to be 761 connecting to the front of the train. So sorry about that, but yeah, that's basically the next video. And then after that, it's the sunset one. So see you then. so we didn't get back until really late at night. So it was around 11:30 p.m. So once the train arrived at the station, we got off the train and then waited for the V-Line train to pick us up and take us back to Auntie Sally and Uncle Luke's place, which is where we stayed for the night. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. And yeah, overall, I reckon this train trip was a great train trip. It was a fantastic train trip. And it was quite nice having to do, like, we did 4 train trips in 1 year, which was pretty cool. Something that's not going to happen very often, in fact. It was just a really nice refreshment, since the last 2 years have been a little bit of a hassle due to COVID. But since COVID has died down quite a bit, I would say, hopefully, we'll have to go on all sorts of train trips, and it was great fun. So yeah, there you have it. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my trains also got a lot of love as well, which is great. So yeah, there you have it. That is my experience on the train trip. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye!